Hey man, can I get $2? I live in the trash you down. I'll get stuff for love again.
Baby.
It's 8-bit, you little shit. That's right, punk. Just rage and quit. I don't care, don't give a fuck. It is time for me to go level up. Alright, now today we got something very special, very near and dear to my heart. Alright, I grew up watching Sesame Street, okay? Sesame Street practically fucking educated me, alright? Without Sesame Street, I ain't never learned how to read. So because of that, I want to pay my respects and talk about an N64 game based on Sesame Street, simply known as Elmo's Number Game. Now this is actually a sequel to the legendary Elmo's Excellent Alphabet Adventure, which is helping you teach letters. It's basically the exact same game, except it has numbers instead of letters. Ain't much to say beyond that. I mean, okay, for real, there are some levels in here where they try to shake things up a bit. You know, there's a part where you're walking around a maze and you have to run into the number that you're supposed to run into. And, well, if you end up running into the numbers that ain't that number, nothing happens. You know, you don't lose points or any kind of deduction. No, it's almost like this shit is barely a game. And let me tell you, they love this area so much. They kept using it all throughout the game. There are so many levels where you're just walking around. And seriously, this shit ain't even a game. Seriously, I just got the fuck up and started walking around, and that was more exciting than this fucking game. But okay, this isn't the entire game. There's a couple of other levels in here. You know, there's some stuff that actually is kind of exciting. You know, Cookie Monster takes you to Cookie Land, and you're skiing down a giant mountain of, well, it's supposed to be sugar, but I like to imagine that it's an entire pound of cocaine. Because, I mean, let's face it, it is in the show that Elmo is a cokehead, all right? I'm not ignoring them allegations. There's a part where you're jet skiing, and it was reminding me a lot of those like old jet ski extreme sports types games on N64 back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And you got some of the other beloved Sesame Street characters. You got the Count, you got Cookie Monster, you got Bert and Ernie. Some of the other characters in here, they didn't have some of my favorites, man. I mean, where the fuck Big Bird at? All right, where Oscar the Grouch at? I related to Oscar the Grouch, right? And then when the game actually starts to have some mini games, you're like, oh shit, it's actually starting to look like a real video game for now. And it's all just simple shit like, oh, see how many balls you can throw into this one area. Good job. You're able to match the number at the bottom of the screen. So you know what? This game, maybe for preschoolers and maybe some 12th graders in certain schools and, you know, maybe even some 35-year-olds out there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this game will be really helpful to help you count numbers. I gotta say, I really learned a lot while playing this game, but I don't know. Even if you're you know, a diehard Sesame Street head, you know, you grew up watching that shit, I don't know, man. There's really not a whole lot to say. There's not much gameplay here. They really could have done just so much better. So look forward to next time on Swigga's Movie Reviews, where we're gonna be talking about Elmo and Grouchland. I don't even think anyone's gonna get that reference.
This video was brought to you by the letter shit.